Trying to get everybody in the room. Trying to get everybody in the room.
Yo,
Yo. I didn't
peace,
even
brother.
start. Peace, bro. Sent her the link. I'm not sure if she's having trouble or what. Are you even
She
able to
might.
share the link?
Um,
Are you able to escape this for a quick second to go back to that chat party that we all in and tell her to join in that same link?
all right, but I'm gonna share it to her right now.
It's officially showtime.
You know what? If I share her the, you know what? She probably be able to sign in through there because I don't think she's gonna be able to sign in straight through Facebook. She got it.
You do? I don't see her pop up. Funny thing is, I can't see comments. I can't see nothing.
Sorry about this, people. We trying to get this guest up onto the show.
Mm-hmm. Do.
You want to restart?
No, I didn't even start. I didn't. I didn't start any of
All right.
anything because I didn't want to have to do this part over. So I didn't start yet. Bear with us, people. We coming.
You know why? Because when you get the link in Facebook, you gotta copy the link and go out into your browser, paste the link in your browser, then it'll open up. It won't open in Facebook.
Talking to her.
Yeah, hopefully she watching right now.
Oh, there we go. There we go. I think. Yep, there she go.
All right, let's get it.
But she has to put a mic up. I don't know. She has to come back in with her She has to come back in with her camera on. You have to come back in with the camera on and the mic on. That's the only way I could bring you in the broadcast.
How everybody doing today, though? While we waiting for the guests, hope everybody having a nice Sunday. Trying to get y'all this content. Let the people speak. That's what about Anxiety Talks, the podcast. Let the people speak.
Yep.
Hopefully.
Bring a little awareness on a Sunday. What else y'all got going on a Sunday besides joining GW Anxiety Talks? Don't forget to catch us on the After Hour Anxiety Talks After Hour on the GW_anxiety_ page. We will be joined in by Anxiety After Hour Talks, D Hayes and myself. If you're watching, Dena, you gotta click the link. Do as follows. Make sure your camera's clicked on, the mic's clicked on, and then yeah, follow the rest of the instructions. try to send one more if I even could. Um, so she had to update her browser real quick, I guess. Hope everybody had a good weekend. Um, Staying safe, staying warm, staying blessed, staying out the way. I had a interesting weekend myself. Still learning about likes and dislikes and protecting our sanity and whatnot.
While we on the wait, we got the Anxiety Talks podcast merch going on.
Please DM me, cop the merch. You can get those that he's showing at a great
Anxiety
price. You
Talks.
can get these for a little more, which provide the QR codes to all of our links, all of our. Here we go.
There we go.
Let's start the show. Hold on.
Hey
Before we
guys,
get
my bad.
started,
I
hey,
actually was having some technical difficulties over here. I'm using my daughter's tablet and I had to update Chrome.
got you.
So I was trying to text y'all on the messenger, let y'all know, but y'all wasn't seeing it. So I'll jump on here
Got
real
you.
quick while I'm working on that because it'll be better quality and better. Y'all be able to see me better on the tablet.
Right.
Okay,
That's cool.
okay.
That's cool.
So without
I don't know,
further ado,
y'all
ladies
hear
and
me good?
gentlemen, we can hear you.
Yeah, we fine.
Without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, we are the GW Anxiety Talks. So let's start the show.
Let's do it.
Today is a special day. I'm your host of GW Anxiety Talks. I got my co-host D Hayes, D Hayes and
Peace,
YC in the
peace.
building. We got Miss Dena Clark in the building. Before we get into that, I want to take a brief couple of seconds, everybody, to pass the mic to my brother D Hayes. Today's a special day as well.
I want to dedicate this episode to my niece, Ivani Brianna Evans. Today is her birthday. She passed away 6 years ago. She was very special, and I just want to give a moment of silence for her before we start.
So everybody, let's take a 10-second bow, moment of silence.
I don't know about. I can't wait for this thing to come on, man. So can you guys still hear me?
Got you.
Appreciate that. Appreciate that.
I don't know what we're doing. We're having technical difficulties with the guests. I guess trying to situate internet and whatnot. But yeah, my condolences, D, to you and the fam. Happy birthday, baby girl.
Happy birthday, Bree.
Celebrate up top with my mom and everybody else. You know, hope they throwing a party.
Yeah, hopefully we could get the guests back up so we can let this show go the way it was planned. But until we get back started, how you doing today, bro? Like, how you feeling today?
To be honest with you, man, feeling amazing now that you know, our Sundays they always motivate me, man. So
Right.
we got our guest back. You back, Dena?
A little bit of service issues. That's all right.
Are you back? You with us? You can hear us?
Yeah, I'm still working. I'm working out the technical little kinks I got going on over here. But
Okay.
Right.
I'm back on trying.
Yeah. Service
Um,
issues a little bit.
how's your weekend going, brother? How's your day going?
It's going. My weekend is going all right, man. You know, I got my daughter with me this weekend, so as always, my life is always 10 times is better when she's here. So,
Shout out to Nay. We love you, girl.
all right, wow. Hopefully, she could work those out so we could get back to what we got going. But back to what we was talking about, bro. How you feeling today?
Everything's blessed, you know what I mean? Like I said, I'm glad we back on our Sundays. You know, I got that vibe from when Sundays hit, you know, when the football season is on, you energetic, like we about to go hit the best game. So that's
Right,
pretty much my mental around when we doing these shows.
right,
It's
right.
just keeping us motivated, and I'm more excited about, man, I'm excited for you too, man. I'm excited for the platform at the after hour. We helping this thing grow and glow, and to be able to get you the front line on the after hour talks is amazing.
Yeah, yeah. It's an Instagram page just for the people to talk. You know, after the show, we discuss the show. We give the people a chance to, speak their mind and let us know how they feel. And if y'all interested, Instagram is anxiety underscore after hour talk. So tap
Right.
in, trying to grow the page, and hopefully it could become something where a lot of people can get some help and,
Be
some,
informed.
right, right, right.
So I remember I'm gonna kick the show off regular, man, how we always do it. So I remember we was discussing a whole bunch of things not too long ago, man, and I kept saying we should bring it up to the forefront. And me and you had discussed something when you was in the vehicle after work one day, and you was telling me I should remind you to bring it up. But we was just discussing how, you know, the tragedies we both suffered and behind the scenes with family members, and then we winded up coming together to build. You know, I mean, I built this thing, I had it going, but you know, somewhere down the line, I stopped and was like, "Yo, I got to get a passenger with me in here. I got my lady in here. Let me go get my brother." And now that we've been riding in the same car, you know, cruising on the same avenues, trying to bring the same awareness, and we're together, a unit. It's like it's amazing,
Right,
right? Like to see how it transpired, so because the people don't know.
right, right. It just shows you how time tells everything. Is people don't understand how much time tells the truth. When she's back,
You back?
Hey. Hold on, I'm coming, y'all. Nah, F
Oh,
B F A B E. Thank you.
nah, it's just dope that we could both share a platform together, bro, and just get our flowers in real time. That we could see our word touch the people in real time. That's the main part about it.
for the
You
people
know,
just looking in, man, we just definitely gave our love and blessings to my brother's niece. Let them see that joint, man. And she made that, right?
yeah,
That's dope.
she painted her own face.
God bless her, man. Or Dena, you back? But yeah, I've been excited for this week, man. This month has been interesting. We had Marty Marr, we had Trifecta, we had a lot of people. Next week we got JJ Jones.
Yeah,
Um, so much more to come. We also gonna get back in tune with our normal regular dates with we speak on ADHD, PTSD, and other topics that the people want to hear about.
Let me
Dina, you
bring
back?
the headphones. I'm in the Bluetooth.
Can you hear us? But yeah, we're gonna be bringing those into effect, and
Issues. I'm about to connect to my time. It's still saying blocked though, man. You just setting it as it.
but yeah, I can't wait. The after hour is gonna be in effect. Um, people can always reach out on the after hour
Block.
conversation, merch,
I'm
ideas.
still. I'm sorry. I'm having these issues going on. The mic.
D, you can hear me, right?
Yeah, we good.
Okay. That shit work now. Oh, I'm hoping so.
But yeah. Are you there? I can't hear you.
Oh, no. About to try it now. Now I couldn't hear y'all guys. I'm sorry, breaking up, but
Can you
hopefully
hear us?
should be fixed in a few right here.
All right. So Dena, tell us I see you got a platform. Dena's backed by popular demand. Could you tell us a little bit about that?
I, I had to move to another location. I'm sorry, guys. I live. I don't know if I can hear me, but I live out in the Bronx, and the building that I live in actually blocks the signal. So I was this issue. Wait, but it had happened anyway. I don't know if I can hear.
You're breaking up.
That, can you say that again? Because it's breaking up. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you're breaking up on your end. If you want, you can try to fix it in the background and then come back to us. But right now, it's just breaking up. It's staticky and it's not even clear.
Let me put it up. Wait a minute.
Can you hear us?
Yeah,
Yeah. If you can hear me, Dena, just fix your internet and then try to jump back in. I don't think it's gonna help you trying to do it while being on the live. It's just gonna keep going back and forth. But yeah, I'm excited, man, about the whole future state of what GW Anxiety Talks means to the people, to us. You my brother, long time brother. I'm happy for each and every guest we do get on the show, and I'm happy for the people that are listening and being informed of what the guests are having to say, because it keeps us all informed. It also helps us get through the day. What's your take on the platform?
I mean, I'm just excited to see people's reaction, and how it can help them. That's mainly what I want to see, because like I said, we got to hear each other's story. You know what I'm saying? Is giving the people a chance to speak is big, because a lot of people feel they need to be heard, express their feelings is building a community where a bunch of people can rely on, each other for, whether it's advice or, help on how they can help with their situation. You know what I'm saying? At the same time, is healing. So it's not
Right.
just like we meet and then, we go home. You can take it with you. Once you leave the platform, you can bring the healing with you.
Right.
And
Absolutely.
and that's like I'm just mad that our guest today is not working out because I feel she had a lot to relate to the people.
Right.
But
Right. Right.
that's these guests, man, these people that come up here and give their story and let the people get a little in tune on what they got going on for themselves and things like that. It's dope.
And that's what it's really about, man. The show is bigger than us. It was created starting with us, and it's more than just us now. It's about all of us as a whole, not just me or D. It's just all of us as a whole. Let's see if this works again. If not, we're gonna have to reschedule this one. Um, but I appreciate it anyway, Miss Dena Clark. You trying to get on with us if this doesn't work, because
Yeah.
yeah, the service is like in and out. So if this doesn't work, we'll just have to get you in. Are you there?
Can y'all hear me
We
now?
can hear you. We can hear you.
Or is this
Can you hear?
still breaking up?
Yeah. Still
Yeah,
breaking up.
I don't know. It's on your end. I don't know. I can't plug in that thing that you're trying to plug in with you. I can only
It's
plug you
man,
in.
I'm trying to block it again.
All right. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, just future reference. If you're gonna do the show, please have the your internet and things of that nature ready to
Yeah.
go.
Try to have it together so we don't run into these issues.
Right. But show must go on as well. If we can get you back, we'll get you back in. Um, let's try this again. Yeah, we're having issues, technical issues here.
Can y'all hear me?
We can hear you.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm sorry, y'all. I had to do all this stuff to try to get this signal to work good, man. Um,
Uh,
but yeah, it was breaking up really bad. I didn't hear anything that y'all guys was saying either.
so what we was asking was you have a platform called Dena backed by popular demand, correct?
Yes, that is correct.
Could you tell us a little bit about that platform?
Oh yes. Thank you for asking. I appreciate it. And I like to say first off, before I actually get into that and tell y'all guys about the platform, that I thank you guys for actually inviting me on here to actually share with you guys and who's all that's listening and watching the podcast. I appreciate you guys too for being here and listening to our story. But yes, um I actually my platform I mainly use is on Facebook, whereas though I do motivational and inspirational live videos, and I also on the daily post motivation and inspirational posts. Because like the topic that we are on here to discuss tonight about mental
Mm-hmm.
issues and anxiety, I'm actually a person that actually suffer from them things. But from what I learned from my experience, I learned that it's a lot of people that's actually dealing with it, and some people know and some people don't. But I learned that everybody is going through do something, whether they want to admit to it or not. And everybody need motivation. I even need motivation. I have to motivate my own self every day. So that's my platform. I'm back, Dana, back by popular demand. I'm coming to you
Right, right.
guys live from the Bronx, New York.
That's dope.
That's what's up. So you deal with financial as well, right?
Yes, I'm an entrepreneur, and I also at one point in time I'm a single parent, a mother of four beautiful children, four grandkids, and I did the hustle and bustle, the 9 to 5. I come from the ghetto, but I'm not ghetto, but I could be ghetto if I had to be ghetto. But I learned that the work smarter and not harder, because these things like as being an entrepreneur or how to budget or actually learn how to build generational wealth is not actually taught in the schools.
Right.
So I actually learned my own self by connecting and networking like guys like you guys, networking and getting connected with certain mentors and other business like or like-minded individuals. And I've learned coming from humble beginnings, because I always was the type that I knew that it was something more to this, just working in and and eventually just pay bills and die. Like, it had to be more to life than that,
Right.
and I always too wanted I don't have a broke mindset, I have a rich
Right.
mindset. I want to be rich. So I had to, learn certain avenues, besides working just I don't knock 9 to 5, I commend people that work, but it just
Mhm.
wasn't for me. So and
Right.
I learned that and I truly love helping others. So I learned that in order for you to be successful, it's teamwork. You have to truly help others to succeed in order for you to succeed. So I also want to see, because the bottom is too crowded, right? So I also want to see, I always love to build others, what I'm saying? I also see other people prosper and be abundance
Right.
and, and be happy and do whatever it is that they want, to do in life. So I also teach and also offer financial services that actually, you get your credit on repair. We have something that actually, especially during these times since COVID pandemic, a lot of people is having a hard time paying their bills. So we have something called Bill Shredder, which actually get in contact with all your electric, all kind of bills, phone bill, cable bill that actually give you discounts. We actually have a program that actually teach you and also clear your debt if you have debt, which a lot of us do. And
Hmm.
or if you want to own real estate, it's a lot of stuff that's in that entails into the financial resources that I have access to, and they also is done by licensed expert professional IRS experts. So
Right.
Still there?
so yeah, that's
Okay.
I do a lot of things. Yeah, I'm still here. Can you guys hear me?
Yep, yep,
Yep.
Can you
Yep.
guys hear me?
yep.
Yep. Yep. Yeah. I have a question. With you experiencing
Okay, yeah.
anxiety,
So I do a lot of things, but them.
Go ahead, D.
with you experiencing anxiety, did that help you find a road to help inspire
Can you say
others?
that again?
And
I'm sorry.
with you experiencing anxiety, did that help you on the road to help inspire others and lead you for your inspiration?
Um, yes. Because can you guys hear me? I just want to make
Yep.
sure because I know the signal have been going in and out. I'm still good.
Yep, you're good.
Oh, okay.
Hmm.
So yes, the answer to that question is yes. Because what happened was when I actually start experiencing anxiety, I didn't know that is what it was until I actually had got diagnosed because it started happening more. And it was a very, and it is a very scary feeling. You know,
Right.
from my experience, when I did start experiencing, my mind start racing and my heart would be beating so fast that it actually feel like that I'm about to die, and I get discombobulated and sometimes pass out and stuff like that. So when I
Right.
start experiencing that, and I found out it was due to the depression and due to,
Mm-hmm.
certain things that happened to me in my childhood and during my life, that actually is what, and at that time, a female actually that was suffering with mental issues, bipolar and schizophrenic or whatever at that time, and I did absolutely nothing to the girl. She tried to actually kill me with the machetes and the hacksaw. So that's actually
Mm.
what brought it
Wow.
on, but when I did start experiencing, when I started, yeah. So when I started, that's when I actually really started experiencing the anxiety and the panic attacks. And then I actually tell y'all this story, like this was really like was a game changer for me because one day and due to that, I was living in Pennsylvania at the time, but due to that and from me having flashbacks of the situation, because I actually cut my thumbs, like I've never had stitches, broken bones a day in my life, and I actually had cut my thumbs in self-defense because I grabbed a machete in some point in the struggle
Mm-hmm.
in defense for
Mm.
fighting for my life. So I was, and where it had happened at, it was actually on the news. I never been on the news in a situation like that, and it was like in a living complex. So where it happened at, because I was actually at her mom's house when it happened. We all lived in the same complex. So by me staying there in the complex, and from me being in the area where the tragic event happened, that it started causing me to have suffered with anxiety and panic attacks. So the real game changer for me was it was happening so much that I had to give up my apartment, and I had to put myself in a homeless situation where though I actually had to let my daughter go and stay with her dad for a period of time. So
Mm.
from New Jersey and things ain't work out there, and that's how I ended up here in New York now currently. And I eventually I got my daughter back. So one day she had just started school, and I had promised her that when she came home from school that I was gonna take her. And at the time I was living in Brooklyn, in the worstest area you could be at, which is in Brownsville. But I had promised her that I was going to take
Mm.
her to the Peace to get her some pizza after school. So I felt after I had got her from school, I had and we actually was in a homeless situation also at the time, but I didn't know like actually what it was coming from because I really wasn't like, even though I was homeless, I wasn't like really going through anything at the time. Not that I thought it
Mm-hmm.
anyway. So like I tried to like I learned like when it happens, like I try to talk myself out of it, and I had did that, but and then I thought I was okay, like, cause I was like, dang, I really ain't want to go. So I started walking her to the store, and it was like kind of warm out, and the heat also. Like I learned, actually is one of the things that would kick my anxiety up. So it was rather warm, and like as we got closer to the pizza shop, I actually started like fully like trying to kick in full throttle, and I'm like really like trying to like calm it down because I don't want to like pass out or anything like that. And in that
Right.
area, and with my daughter, and at the time I think my daughter was only 11, like she's a kid, also.
Mm-hmm.
So we get in the pizza store, and then that's when I really felt like, oh, this bad. So I gave my daughter the money to order a pizza, and then I went. It was like a ledge, And from before, like one time when I first started suffering with the anxiety and the panic attacks and stuff like that, one time I actually had felt like and almost hurt myself outside. So my first thought, like if I'm about to pass out, I'm gonna slide down on the floor. So if I do pass out, if I hit my head, it won't be a bad impact. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm close already down to the floor.
Hmm.
So I actually had went out and like I heard my daughter like in the back of my head like trying to get me out of it. And then like it was a lot of people coming in there and I didn't know because I was out of it at the time. But my daughter had told me afterwards that it was like people that was looking at me like I was crazy and like I was homeless or whatever. Like they just was looking at me weird and no one was trying to help me. But thank God it was this lady that actually was in there and she called the ambulance for me and she had was watching out for my daughter for me. So when I came to, the lady was telling me, asked me what happened. I told her, I had a anxiety panic attack. And she was like, ma'am, she was like, I called the ambulance for you. She was like, your daughter okay? She right here or whatever. And so and like I said, being like in the worst areas in New York and Brooklyn where you could be at, it's a lot of like killing, shooting, and all kinds of stuff. Actually, matter of fact, I'm getting to it. Like, so the police came, the ambulance, the fire truck, all that. So the police came in there and they asked me what happened. I told them, so they gave me some water. So long story short, they had to take me to the hospital, and my daughter was with me. And actually, while we was there, two gunshot victims that came from the area where I just was at. And unfortunately, I had heard that one of them was
We having technical difficulties again, but what she's saying is definitely tragic, bro. Like
Yeah, she was getting deep into the story.
having to deal with
For
anxiety
real.
like that and that level is crazy. You
Just
know,
imagine.
you there?
I'm sorry, God. Yeah, I got disconnected again, but I'm back. The devil is a liar. So I'm back. They
Right.
in the back by popular man. So like I was saying, while I was there, some gunshot victims actually, and I overheard one of them didn't make it. So from there, I felt like I never would want to feel like that again or something like that happened to me while I'm with my daughter or with anybody. And
Right.
I learned that it's a lot of other people that's actually suffering and dealing with these things and don't know how to go about, how to, actually, get over it or, I'm trying to look for a better lack of words, like to, like, you know, develop coping mechanisms,
Hmm.
to actually like prevent them from even coming. You know what I'm saying? So that's what made me, actually realize that it's a need and a want, um, for me, because I learned too, like, in order to be the change that I want to see in the world, I must change myself first. So in order to be
Correct.
that change, and I love helping people once again, because this is not a good feeling to be dealing with mental issue, depression, anxiety, and panic attacks. So if I could help, even if I could help one person, what I'm saying, I made that change in the world that I want to
Right.
see.
Right.
Right. Right.
I had a question. So, right in the midst of going through all of that, um, what was some of the ways for the people at home listening? What was some of your ways that or strategies that you took or did to get out of or get through anxiety? Could you lead that? Like, how did you? What was it that you did that helped you ease the anxiety?
Okay, that's a great question. Okay, so first of all, I actually had to realize and I admitted to myself that this is what I was suffering, right? Because anyone that actually suffers with this, it's not a good thing to actually be suffering for it and also be labeled with certain, things.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Right.
first and foremost, I realized that I needed to go talk to someone, which was a therapist and a psychiatrist. So, by me doing that, I actually had worked with them on coping mechanism skills to deal with it, when it come on. So I learned that me listening to like gospel music, like because I'm a very spiritual person, and my highest faith is in God, and I know that He can actually like heal us from anything. So
Mm-hmm.
I actually started like listening to like gospel music, and or if I reach out to some of my closest friends or family that I could confide in and talk with,
Right.
and it's I'm trying to think of, or I'm also accomplished author, so I learned to like channel that and journal and write. So them is like three of my top most coping mechanism skills that I use to combat the
Right.
anxiety and the panic, and also the depression, because I suffer with post traumatic stress disorder, major depression also. So
Right.
that when I feel like that I'm starting to feel this way.
Right. For
Stop.
for the people that's watching, right? How would you explain to them, or do you feel, or could you even explain how your children were feeling with you dealing with the anxiety? Do you think it affected them, or how do you even notice it, or how can you explain that?
Um, yes. Well, right now, I have four children, like I said. So I have three sons and one daughter. My three oldest sons is actually grown and out on their own. They in their like 20s, and so the only one that is home with me is my 12-year-old daughter. Is the one who I was just discussing and talking about, who was actually there
Okay.
with me when I passed out in the pizza store. So
Okay.
most definitely, it definitely does has a huge an effect on them also. You know what I'm saying? Because what child would like to see their parent, suffering for something like that? Because
Right.
um, it's been times when I actually, went into, because I suffer from heartbreak, all kinds of stuff like, and for the most part, the depression, the post traumatic stress disorder.
Hmm.
Hopefully we get it back. That's a lot, man. That's deep.
Yeah, we got a nice story for y'all today, man.
Word. And
Well,
it's definitely deep.
but that's what we was just speaking about, bro. How we need to hear it. People need to be heard. You know what I'm saying? And she was just explaining about certain ways that she was trying to find. She was trying to find ways to cope with it. She was trying to find ways to help her deal with what was going
She's.
on.
I believe she's back.
So yeah, sorry about that. So like I was saying, it is and it does. My daughter, I actually homeschool her also. So my daughter is here with me 24/7. So
That's dope.
and it has been time, like I was saying, I went through a serious heartbreak, and I was in a real deep down depression, and I'm gonna admit, and I know that some other people that has dealt with it, because some people deal with it on different levels, but
Mm-hmm.
the degree that I was dealing with it is when I do go through it, like I'm very outgoing and very sociable person, and especially with my children, I'm very fun to be around. But when I'm going through the depression, I self isolate, and I also I'll sleep for days. Like I don't even want to. And I'm a very clean person, but when I'm going through stuff like that, I don't even want to wash up. I don't want to take a shower or nothing. Like I don't want to talk to nobody or anything like that. So it
That's
does
deep.
have an effect on her because
Gotcha.
she's normally with me 24/7. Like we having fun, I'm going with schoolwork. Like if I'm going through that, I'm not even in the right frame of mind to even help her with her schoolwork. So
Hmm.
it definitely does have an effect on the children.
So do you like keep yourself? Do you have like
Like
these
it
planned?
was times that
I was saying,
what you say that again. I'm
do
sorry.
you, all good, all good. Do you have, so basically you would say you would have like a regiment, like some type of schedule that you basically follow by to keep you from having these anxieties and depressions and things of that nature. Hold on. Hold on 1 second. Sorry about that. There we go.
In and out. I don't know why.
So what I was asking you was, so you would have like a regimen or a schedule, something like you will follow that'll keep you from having these anxieties.
I'm sorry, Nate. Can you say it again? You repeat that one more time?
I was saying, so you must have like a schedule, right? Like a certain type of regimen that you follow to keep you from having these anxieties. Hopefully we get it back. But
It's all good. It's all good.
it's definitely deep. That's definitely deep, man. To deal with things like that. See, that's why the show is so efficient. Each and every one of us, we don't know what we're suffering until we discuss this with each other. And it's like this
Right.
is a non-judgmental platform. If you're joining us on live, welcome, welcome. If you're gonna catch this later on, peace and love to you. By the way, don't forget anxiety after hour talks that'll be in effect
Tonight, nine
tonight,
o'clock.
9 o'clock. I want to say earlier than that, but might be earlier than that, folks.
All
Um,
right.
but okay, we back. We
Wait,
back with
man.
Dena. Dena, you back with us?
Yeah, I'm back. Can y'all hear me now? I'm sorry again, guys. Can
Yeah,
Yeah,
I can
it's
hear
all
you. I
y'all
good.
can
hear
hear
me?
you. Yep.
Yeah, you're here.
Okay, so you was saying, do I have a regimen? What was the question again? I'm sorry.
Oh, so my question is, you must have a regiment or like a calendar or something like just something that you plan out for yourself that you follow a routine that keeps you from having anxiety.
Absolutely. Well, you know what they say, if you don't plan, you plan to fail, right? So
Right.
I actually learned also that it is a great thing to actually plan things out, right? You want to have short term and you want to have long term goals, right? So yes, absolutely. So um, what I also teach is and what I learned in order to be the change, that you want to see in the world, that like I said, you must change yourself. So I practice daily self development and also personal development. And that's one other coping mechanism that I felt to mention, and that is what I do is because see what I learned also is right. All of us we have them negative thoughts, right? It's a constant battle, with our own selves, and that's our minds each and every day, right? And I learned
Right.
that it's an old African proverb, and it said that if there's no enemy within, then it can't be no enemy outside. So what I
Right.
do also, like in first thing in the morning, first of all, I learned that gratefulness go a long way, and also I give thanks to the Lord for waking me up each and every day because none of us is promised, and to wake up to see another day, that's a blessing right there.
It's
So
a
that
beautiful
right
thing.
there, I wake up on a positive, try to be on a positive note. But them negative thoughts can creep in. So what I do to combat that, also my coping mechanism is I watch other motivational speakers to automatic put something positive in to combat that them
Mm-hmm.
negative thoughts. So I listen to because what I also learned also to listen and learn from the greats, right? Because success leaves clues. So I learned to listen to the greats and then become greater. So what I do is I listen to top motivational speakers and mentors such as Les Brown, and then there's some mentors that I have that are dead: Napoleon Hill, Earl Nightingale. I listen to Eric Thomas. So
Okay.
that's what I do. That's my morning daily ritual. And then I take care because I'm a single mom, and like I said, I homeschool my daughter and all that. So I have to take care of my motherly duties and stuff like that. And after I take care of all that, then I start working on my goals that I had plans to do. Like I'm doing a number of projects now. Like I'm working on a couple of books and stuff like that. So me working on my goals and journaling and doing positive things and the motivations and gospel music and stuff like that keeps me motivated to keep me focused and stay positive to continue work on my goals. That way that I won't slip into any type of anxiety or any type of depression. And then what's very also important is who your environment and who your surroundings is. And what I learned also is you have to stay away from toxicity and toxic
Mm-hmm.
people. And if you have that going on, around you in your life, you have to remove yourself away from that immediately, and then surround yourself also with like-minded people that actually is trying to achieve the same things that you're trying to achieve, or have already done achieve the things that you're trying to become successful in life.
Right. Right.
Absolutely. One thing too, I want to say is I want to touch on something you said too. I thank you because behind the scenes, people don't know that we spoke a lot about toxic situations and people, and it's like, you know what I mean. Moving forward with today, it's a beautiful thing that to understand what we're going through, to say okay, we know what to eliminate, and because protecting your sanity has always been one thing. You know what I mean? It's always been one thing that you really, especially me, I focus on. But pardon stuff, I'm hearing me double. But so when we're trying to protect our sanity on this road, we try to do it in a respect way where it's not like you downing or stepping on no toes or nothing, but you're just saying, look, you know what I mean? I know I'm suffering from anxiety. I don't want to add on to my anxiety. So I'm going to shift this way and then let the situation be, rather than entertain anything that's troubling or bringing disruptive ways to your inner peace. You know what I mean?
Right. 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 Right.
Because
Dena
remember,
Clark.
we was just talking about that too, man. You said, I forgot what it was, but you said you wanted to bring it up on the show too.
She was bringing up
Kick
some
me
good
out again.
points.
I'm back.
But
Is
I
this
was
I'm
just
sorry
saying that
about that, Nate. What you were saying? I was you were saying.
I was I was literally giving you flowers too, because me and you we politic behind the scenes. So I was saying that,
Mhm.
you know what I mean, it's a lot that I learned too, especially with the toxic situations or toxic family members or toxic friends or toxic anything, to peacefully
Right,
eliminate it out of our lives so we could be able to progress and go further with what we're doing. But also I wanted to shed light
right.
on your platform again. Please tell the audience as well as us, how do you see your platform in about 5 to 10 years, and what is it that you're trying to accomplish with the Back by Popular Demand? Because I love it. I love the way you got it structured. I love the way it looks. I love the whole nine. But give us a little more insight on what is it that you want to accomplish with that platform, and how could it be effective for the people around and the people watching?
right.
Thank you, Nate. I appreciate that. So like I said, along my journey and through my experience, I learned that everybody need motivation, and also that you know I wanna uh I wanna be a person to say that they never quit because they never seen me quit. No matter what struggles or trials and tribulations that I face, I never quit. So I wanna be that motivation for someone or whoever that's out there that's struggling with any type of depression, anxiety,
Hmm.
financial issues, um, all them things. And like I said, I love helping people. So my main goal, and they say, if your dreams is not, big enough, then you need to dream bigger. So my
Right.
goal is to actually help 1 million people become millionaires. That's my ultimate goal that I see
That's
myself
dope.
in the next 5 years doing, and also becoming the top motivational speaker in the world. To be able to travel and to continue to share my story in the hopes that I can motivate others to overcome any adversities or any trials and tribulations, because I always say in my videos, right, that I always come on here to, help people and teach people how to have the correct first mindset and the right and correct perspective when they come down here to the journey here we call life, right? Because life happens to everyone. And this is coming
Hmm.
from a teenage mom, teenage dropout, a person that suffer now still with depression, mental issues, because a lot of people don't know is that depression is a mental issue, and I believe everybody at some point in their life suffer with some form of depression. And my experience, you know, like I understand at one point in time, it was times where I actually wanted to commit suicide. That's how bad I had got at some points. But what I came to realize is that nothing or no situation is worth, taking your own life, and is also selfish, especially if you have loved ones like children or other people that
Right.
care and love you. It's very selfish. There's nothing in this world, because what I've been witnessing here lately, especially, it's a lot of people that's actually losing their lives, and innocent people lives is being taken from people that's actually suffering from forms of depression, that or they may be taking out their own lives, that people are suffering from mental issues and forms of depression and things like that. And some of them know it and some of them don't. So if I can uh, have some sort of impact in this world to decline the numbers when it comes to that, and also I know a lot of people, especially before COVID, but ever since COVID, and the way our economy is, and the way inflation is going up, and with people was losing their jobs, and since March of this year, over 4.9 million American people
Hmm.
have quit their jobs. So it's hard. You know what I'm saying? Like, even people that's working, they never, everything goes up, but people wages. You know, and I learned, that it's better to be a business owner than an employee, because the way that is set up, business owners actually get taxed way less than people that's actually out here grinding doing the nine to
Hmm.
five. And
Right.
more than likely, if you work in a 9 to 5, it's always going to be a glass cylinder. You know what I'm saying? So
Hmm.
what I learned about becoming an entrepreneur, and becoming a, a home based, business, and doing, work for myself, and to actually invest in, you have to invest in things that actually going to create you the greatest ROI. Like I said, you have to learn how to work smarter and not harder. You know what I'm saying? I had to learn this the hard way. You know what I'm saying? So I was saying that too. Is you read okay? So I can if I can help people, financially too, that can be a burden off of people that's causing, depression and things of that nature. Because money, is up there with oxygen. We need oxygen each and every
Hmm.
day to breathe. And some people may say, "Oh, I don't need money." Yes, you do. You know what I'm saying? And the more money that you have, it can make matters and situation better in your life. But
Right.
like I say, money it doesn't it doesn't make a person happy because I've heard of instances of people that actually was rich and had everything and committed suicide. So what I want to say is that happiness truly comes from within, but
Mm-hmm.
having money, what I'm saying, to be able to do more than having the lack of, it definitely will make a better situation for someone's life and can alleviate some of that depression and anxiety and other things that people may face due to the adversity and the things that we are dealing with in this thing here in this journey here that we call life, because life happens to everybody.
Right. Right. Um, for the
That's
people
dope.
just tuning in with us, I just want to say peace and love, peace and love. Welcome to the chat. This is episode 8 for sure, for sure. If you with us right now, we appreciate you. If you with us later on when we off air, we'll be at um Instagram's
Anxiety.
GW Anxiety Talks page for the after hour talk. Right now, we're tuning in with Miss Dena Clark. I love the platform. I love what you got going on. I love the morning inspirations and motivate. Like I get the motivation from you a lot too in the morning too. By the way.
Thank you, appreciate it.
Yeah, it's just
Um.
dope hearing. It feels good to hear, the women, the female side of things, because I feel we just so it just feels so regular hearing the pain come from a man that, the this is going to excite me seeing a woman speak, and Dena Clark, I appreciate you coming up here and giving your story, because this is the main purpose of the platform, to let people come up here and talk, and let us know what's going on, because we all experience a lot of the same things, you know what I'm saying? So with that being said, how would you feel you have anxiety under control right now? Do you feel you have it under control, or do you still feel you have work to do?
Um, well, thank you. That's a good question, and thank you once again for actually having me here on you guys' platform. So I
Not a problem.
can you guys hear me still?
Yep,
We hear you perfect.
all good.
Can y'all hear me? Cause it seems like breaking up a little bit.
Yeah,
We can hear
we hear
you.
you. You good?
Can you guys still hear me? Okay.
Yep.
Oh, okay. Thank you, D, for actually, like I said, for having me here and letting me allow me to join you guys on y'all space in order for me to actually share my story as well. I appreciate that. Um, and right now, I can say with 1,000% to exponent power that I absolutely at this current moment and for almost like 2 years now, I actually have my anxiety under control. Now, certain events still do trigger my depression. I'm not 100% with that. I'm still a work in progress with that, but I haven't had the last anxiety attack that I actually had is when COVID first hit. And when I
Mm-hmm.
learned, because I actually, like I said, I'm live out here in New York. So when I had learned out that the most cases and the most infected people was here in New York and here in the Bronx, that right there, to be honest, I felt like I was having the anxiety and the nervous breakdown, all
Right.
at the same time. You know what I mean? because there was a lot of people here that was getting infected, and was dying
Hmm.
from it, and at that time, I was also traveling back and forth from here to New Jersey, which was also the second state at the time that had the most infected rate of the COVID of deaths and infections. So that was like almost 2 years ago. That was the last time that I had experienced anxiety or an panic attack. Thank God, you know. Um, but also, like I said, like due to the girl actually trying to kill me, it actually had I had like a fear of like being around a crowd of people as well. So when I would go
Mm-hmm.
shopping with my daughter, we had to go out, in the store. It didn't even have to get that crowded, and I used to still suffer with the anxiety bad. And oh, and another thing, I'll start, and I'm not a person that sweat, but I'll start sweating profusely, and then I'm in
Hopefully we get it back in. Good evening, Sabrina. I see your comment. She wrote, I have lupus and I am depressed every day, but what keeps me going is my kids. That's a blessing. Want to
Shout out
send
to her.
out love and
Blessings
blessings
to
to
her.
you. I apologize. You have to go through the whole lupus thing. That must be terrible to even have to deal with.
Right.
Um, I mean, you said what keeps you going is the kids, and I get it. You know what I mean? Depression and everything, and we definitely send love your way. Um,
Definitely.
So as
definitely
far as
send love your
depression
way.
is concerned, I'm still in progress with that. I'm not 100%.
Hey, Dean, I gotta. Can you hear me?
Yeah, can you guys hear me?
Yep, I had a
Yeah.
question for you, right? So in the comments, we have a lady saying we have a young lady saying
Okay.
she has lupus, and she's depressed every day. But what keeps her going is her kids. From a woman's perspective, what advice would you pass down to her?
I'm sorry. Can you say that one more time? It was breaking up a little bit
From
over here.
from a woman's perspective to another woman, what advice would you pass down to this young lady saying she's living with lupus and deals with depression every day? The only thing that keeps her going is her kids. What kind of love and are we losing her again or
I think so.
um so this platform is non-judgmental. You always welcome to join this platform.
Sorry about that, guys.
Um
I moved to another location to see if the signal will work better. Now, what was the question? I'm sorry.
okay, so there's a young lady in the comment section who says she
Hmm.
has lupus and she's depressed every day, but what keeps her going is her kids. What kind of message would you be able to pass down to her, especially dealing with this type of situation and being depressed every day?
Okay. I could totally can relate to her depression, but I can't relate to her dealing with lupus because I never personally had it myself, but I did know
Right.
someone that actually suffered with it and actually had passed away also from it. God bless her soul. But I actually suffer with a lot of physical disabilities. Like, I have issues with my back. I actually, my knees are bone on bone. I need two knee replacements. I have issues going on my feet like that, and that actually also, used to keep me in a deep state of depression. But the answer that I asked her question is what I have learned and how I was able to cope with it and deal with it too. You is that for one, our situation can always be worse, right? And then for two, that is other people out here that's going to do way worse. right? You got some people out here that don't even have no limbs or anything. They don't have no legs, no feet, no nothing. You know what I'm saying? And you have some of them that's top motivational speakers. So what I do is I actually and what I learned too also too is um when I be going through something, it's a great thing to actually help someone else because that actually take your mind off what you're going through or what you feeling depressed about. Because what I've learned is by me helping someone else, it actually does make me feel better.
Mm,
So first
that's dope.
off, I don't know also what her faith is also, but number one is I put God first, and I know that um God is a healer, and then also that we also have healing properties to be able to heal ourselves, but it's just some things, unfortunately, that some of us may have or may dealing with, that is unbearable, and it may not be a cure, you know, to cure it, but to do the best that you can do, with whatever it is that you are suffering, and just know that it could be worse, or someone else situation is far worse than that. So, like I said, I will first off to put God first, be grateful. Like that's what I'll do to challenge that. I start, counting the things that I'm blessed and grateful for. And one of the things that she could be grateful and be thankful about is even though she may be suffering with that, if she wake up, that's a blessing. That means God is not done with you yet. Number two, she have her children there to motivate and inspire her for when she's feeling
Right.
down, she's feeling like that, to keep her going.
I hope that's motivation to you, Sabrina. I hope that resonates with you and you know what I mean, uplifts you. Again, we want to send out our deepest blessings and love to you. Hopefully, we can get you to tell your story one day on the show. Um,
Can I
before
ask
we
something real
before
quick,
we
man?
go ahead.
Can I ask something? I think it would be a good idea too because I don't know if she's like on Facebook, or I know like Facebook is huge on groups,
Mm-hmm.
right? So I would
Right.
advise also, like, if it's not one made, or she can make one, and she can actually have a group of other individuals that is dealing with similar things that she is, and they can motivate and inspire each other, when they
Right.
going through, uplift one
Right.
another, because they actually can relate, you know what I'm saying, to what each other is dealing with.
Hmm.
Right. Um, before we do wrap it up, I want to know is there anything you want to tell the people out there about yourself that they don't already know? Anything you want to put out?
That's a good question. They like kind of like put me on the spot. But like
My
what
bad.
I
My bad.
like nah, it's all good. And then you know how we is, all good. Nah, but like I was saying, we all have a story to share. And like I was telling y'all, as far as one of my coping mechanisms, as far as the motivation is concerned, and I have learned from Les Brown, that everyone loves stories, right? So
Hmm.
I've learned. He says if you learn how to tell a story strategically, it could be your story or it could be someone else's story. But I love to tell my story because I can relate to my experiences better than what I can relate to someone else's, right? So that's what I want people to know. Like I already had touched base. Also that I'm a mentor. Like I make myself available. Like I said, I truly love helping people, and if I could help someone, with financial the help, but someone looking to be an entrepreneur, or just want to learn, better financial management, how to build generational wealth, or how to cope with uh, depression or anything that one is experiencing in life. Um,
Mm-hmm.
that's what I'm really huge on. And like I said, self development, personal development. I feel like that all of us need to practice that daily. Self development, personal development, because the only person that you truly could change is yourself. But
Right.
I guess other than that, guys, yeah, I'm actually like I said, during this time, I've been working on a few books, and one of my books is actually called "In the Mind of the Entrepreneur." I actually have it all written up. I'm trying to save up the money now to get it published. So that's why I would like people to know to stay connected. Like I said, if anyone want more information or would like to purchase my book to learn some skills to become an entrepreneur or to better their life, or then that's what I want them to know. That hopefully should be out in the beginning of next year sometime.
Dope,
I'm
dope.
actually
People tune in.
All right.
I forgot the what I was trying to say to at one time before it cut off. I'm already an accomplished author, and I co-authored with 99 other business professionals and entrepreneurs in a book that's called The Better Business Book, and I was able to um, actually work on that, and became an accomplished author while I was actually homeless. So I just want people that's listening to know that whatever it is that you may be going through is, if you could continue on staying positive and just have faith and just believing that whatever adversity or trials or tribulations that you may face, um like we all gonna make mistakes and stuff like that, and also fail at things, but as long as we never fail, we can never be a quitter. So that's the last thing I want to leave everybody with.
Got you. And for the people who are just tuning in, we're talking with Miss Dena Clark. For the people who will be tuning in later, we thank and appreciate you. But Miss Dena Clark, before we do wrap it up, let everybody know, let the people know where they can find you, your platforms. Let them know how they can reach you.
Oh, okay. Right now, currently, the only platforms. Thank you, Nate. The only
Yep.
platform I'm actually like on right now is on Facebook. Like you said, my name is Dena Clark. You'll actually see this beautiful face on there. And I'm also connected on Instagram as Dana back by popular demand. If anyone want to add me, and I'll also add them back. But them the only two social platforms that I'm actually connected on at this moment.
Got you. Got you.
That's
Um,
dope. That's dope. And of course, we always be
Oh, and
sponsored
one more.
by GW Anxiety Talks.
Sponsored by GW Anxiety Talks, baby. DM Nate Garcia for
Yeah,
all purchases on merchandise. Oh,
y'all
and
go, y'all go ahead and y'all go and purchase. Y'all go ahead and show some love and support, and go ahead and purchase the the clothing over there. Also, oh
yes,
my
ma'am.
bad, Nate. One
Appreciate
other
it.
thing. Um, thank you on Facebook, guys. And Nate noticed this is one of the reasons why he actually invited me on here to come on here and do the podcast with GW Anxiety tonight. I actually have tons, and I do mean tons, and I actually did a lot of these videos when I was actually homeless. I have tons of motivational, inspirational videos on all kinds of topics, um, talking about dealing with suicide, dealing with homelessness, dealing with entrepreneurship, mental issues, all everything basically. And I also have a free 30-day boot camp here on Facebook that I created a group whereas though I did a 30-day free boot camp, whereas though I actually teach on there mindset, self development, personal development. If people is on Facebook and trying to build a following or any other social media platform, I teach how to build your following, how to build your engagement. And one thing I want other people to know too is know that your network is worth your net worth. So you must be careful of who you are networking with. And I teach all
Right.
them things and more on my 30-day free boot camp if anyone wants to join that. And like I said, it's absolutely free.
It
There you
is.
have it,
It's Dena
folks.
Income
Clark.
shifting.
One more time, D, show them the merch. We got to get that merch. Rack up, people. There you have it, Anxiety Talks. You can get the one he's holding. You can get the ones with the QR codes to keep up with everything we do on all our platforms. With that being said, we are now moving on to the quote of the day. The quote of the day is, happiness can be found even in the darkest of times if one only remember to turn on the light. That's by Albus Dumbledore. Sorry. And D, your quote of the day.
If you want to conquer anxiety, if you want to conquer the anxiety of life, live in the moment, live in the breath.
Right. And let's take us down to the mental health.
Mental health hotline. Mentalhelp.com is an online counseling website. The suicide hotline is 988. They will connect you to a trained counselor with existing lifeline.
Also, call the suicide hotline. The number is in the U.S. The number in the U.S. call National Suicide Prevention. The lifeline is 1-800-273-TALK. Again, the number is 1-800-273-8255. Use the same number and press 1 to reach the Veterans Crisis Line. Reach out to a close friend or a loved one. Contact a minister, spiritual leader, or someone else in your youth faith community. Also, this show is always and will be sponsored by Anxiety GW Talks, but here's a special promo to Public Gift Hair. Link best.publicgift.com. Raising awareness, mental health, breast cancer, autism, suicide prevention, save the bees, save the planet, eating disorder, addiction recovery. The promo code is MENTAL25, where you'll get 25% off of all your purchases.
There you have it.
I believe we covered everything today. If you don't know, now you know. If you're just tuning in, thank you. For the love.
Everybody.
Appreciate everybody. If you're just tuning in, this is the end of the show. But if you are here for the moment, briefly, jump into the Instagram platform where we'll be jumping live into the after hour talks. We'll be doing everything there. If you're not able to tune in here, it'll be on all platforms, YouTube, SoundCloud. All platforms, YouTube, Amazon, iTunes, Spotify, and etc. You name it, you pick it, it'll be there. We want to thank the IG, gw.anxiety.talks. So gw.anxiety.talks. We'll be there in a few there to go live. Thank you for all that tuned in and show love. Thank you to the Miss Dena Clark. Let's get in and say a proper thank you. We wanted to get in and say a proper thank you before we close out. So we thank you, Miss Dena Clark, for being on the show.
You, y'all. I'm moving around trying to find some. Thank you. I was trying to move around and get some better signal because this thing's still tripping over here. I hope y'all can hear me.
It's cool. It's cool. We appreciate you and we thank you for being on the show.
Yes, appreciate you. Thank you.
Okay, good. It's crazy, y'all.
Oh, where I live or the Donald? Oh, where I live.
Sorry about the technical difficulties, but the show must go on.
You got it.
So much love, and we'll definitely tune in, man. This is episode 8. Tune in. Much love. Much love. Tune in. Everybody stay blessed, stay safe, stay healthy. Did we off this?
We out of here. Happy birthday,
the
Bree.
merch.
Love you.
Happy birthday, RIP. Many blessings. Love. This
Stay
is Anxiety Show. We out.